Hey everyone, Twin Diggers here, Pat and Pam.
Yeah.
All right, well we have had 3 full days of fun here, spending time together before Labor Day weekend, because we have plans and we won't be out digging. So once again, we are continuing to come back to this resort and just finding a lot of fun things. And we hit the mother lode on bottles. And Pam thinks that because the caps are on everything, that it actually was a woman who originally owned this property who was never married. And we don't know why someone would be so clean and careful to empty the bottles and put the caps on. So if you have a suggestion about that, let us know.
Yep. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because all of the old beer bottles we found, there's no caps on them. So we're thinking that maybe the guys
That
just
was the second
owner
of
the second
property.
owner and pitched them.
Yeah.
So I'm in a quick pan and show
Yeah.
what we've been doing here. By the way, it's been raining for 3 days. And things are kind of crazy, but boy, I tell you, we're not letting it get in,
This afternoon,
getting it for us to stop digging, that's for
about
sure.
4 o'clock, the sun came out. We have had solid rainstorms since Friday morning.
Yeah.
And last night, our area was actually in a tornado warning, and like 30,000 people were without power. And it didn't stop raining until 8 o'clock this morning. So when we got here, it was pretty wet, but we've had a nice breeze and the rain's held off, so thank goodness for that. So let's start with the mother load of alcoholic bottles, sis.
Okay, coming down here.
All right. We found some of these, the Christian Brothers of California, in our last videos, but never this many. We found an actual dump site that was full of bottles, and out of all of them, we only had one that had a broken top off for these amber. Now, these are all from 68 to 70, according to the dates on the bottom. And I'm going to use my little pointer today because I'm so stiff, I don't want to bend down.
That's my brass gas thing.
Yes, so this is our pointer. All right, so I looked these up on eBay, and without the lids, they're $15 to $20. So I think we are going to sell these locally for $10 a bottle and see what happens, because Sis and I aren't big drinkers, and I really don't feel like bottle hoarding a bunch of alcohol bottles.
And we can use the money for our gas
And metal detecting
and
batteries.
food and batteries and everything else that we buy when we spend weekends on these adventures.
Absolutely. This one was kind of fun. There's 2 of these, and they have big mouth on the top.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what kind of a lid would have been on that.
But the ambers, are just so beautiful.
Yeah,
All
we
the amber
love
glass.
ambers and green. We don't have a lot of them in our state. We only found one cobalt milk of magnesia in our last video. So,
And well, you did find one yesterday, but it was broken.
Yeah, it was all
but
busted.
It's just rare that we find those.
so these are beer bottles. This is another the California or the Christian Brothers of California. It's a tall bottle, and it's got a different kind of a lid on it. And these were whiskey. This is 1970. If you can see how nice that is, right there. Usually, if their marks are on that side, if they're not super old. More of these VSQs, which we thought originally were were vodka, but I think they're gin. Not 100% sure, but I think they are. And then this one was fun. Pull that here.
Yeah.
It's got this crown on here, and let me know if I got the right lighting.
I think you do.
It's H&A Gilly Ltd.
That's nice.
And I think if it's Ltd, it is not from the United States. So this one we have not looked up yet, but look at how cool the sidings.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Obviously a label would have been in this area.
Nice.
But yeah, that's cool. And then, well, we know these are Grain Belt. That's one of the preferred beers back in the day here. And these bottles below it are Grain Belts, but this one had a lid on it, so that was nice to identify it. I didn't know if it was Schmidt or Grain Belt.
What was the other one? Schlitz? We
Schlitz,
thought, maybe?
yeah. This we were so happy to find because we found probably hundreds of these busted and shattered.
You are so exaggerated.
Well, okay, maybe 50. Seemed like 100
I
because
know.
we'd find these big bases. And we think this is, because this was a resort, we're thinking this was some kind of a juice jar.
Yeah, maybe
So,
orange juice, because
orange
see,
juice.
if you can see the design on that,
Yeah.
kind of looks like an orange,
Orange peel.
That's what
So,
we're thinking.
big lip on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So that is our,
That looks so cool,
Yeah.
Pat.
isn't that a nice display?
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Very nice.
It was fun digging them.
Yeah.
Oh, this one I forgot. These are Schmidt beer. And you can tell that because they made their bottles look like a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of fun.
Yeah.
And again, you can put marbles in them or whatever. They're big enough.
Sure.
So let's start here, sis.
Okay.
We found this crazy thing here, and it's a mailbox. And I don't know if you can see it on there. It says U.S. mail on there. It's kind of, this is that galvanized
Yeah. it's
metal.
crunched.
It all got crunched up there.
And Pat, tell them what we found inside of the mailbox.
We found a mouse nest all inside of there. So I bet they're upset with us.
They're probably very upset with us
But
right
thank
now.
God they weren't there.
I know.
And more of these new mobile travel guides. We found 4 more. So we have a total of 6. 2 of them were in very good condition. We're keeping one, and the other, in our previous videos and our photos on Facebook, I refinished it and put a polyurethane on it. And the current owner of this property is going to take that and hang it up on one of the cabins. So again, we thought because this was a resort, maybe these were travel guide map stands.
Yeah.
And that would just explain why there's so many of them, because there were so many cabins that were here. So,
And we did have a gentleman reach out to us
in Facebook,
in Facebook about asking if we wanted to sell them. Of course, we're not going to, but if you're watching us and if these
You
are
think
perhaps
you
what
can
you want,
do something with them.
will you let us know and we'll connect up with you and get your
Yeah.
address and we'll send them to you.
There used to be back plates on them that are gone, so they're
Yeah.
real flimsy.
Yeah.
We were able to have the other 2 we found had the back
Right.
plates on them.
And, we don't charge for things, so if you're willing to pay for the postage and reimburse us, we are more than happy to do that.
Okay. And we know who you are because you were a Minnesotan
Yes.
that reached out to us.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. All right.
Where are we going? We going down
We're
now?
gonna go this way.
Okay.
That way.
Okay, I'm
All right.
getting down.
We got some weird stuff, but fun stuff. I like to collect the caps because these wash up well and they can be used on other bottles. So this is my little cap container.
Can you bring it over here so we can do a close up on those? There.
Just a different variety.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yep.
And why don't you let them know what little container it's in?
Oh, this is
Yes.
those are the 3 cereal bowls
Yep.
that we found here.
Right, with
And
Tupperware.
I like to use these for little displays.
We found a couple more of them too.
Yeah.
All right.
This large oval, or rectangular oval, we dug up out of,
That's what you're using for your
this
shelf
is my
kinda
display.
right now. Your display shelf.
Because the ground is so wet, and so we use that to repurpose it for our display. A little hook, which I am going to, which I've mentioned before, anything that's cool like this. I'm doing a birdhouse for the current owner of this home, and all these little things that I'm finding are going to be on the birdhouse, and this is one of them. This is an old door latch or key.
Right, yeah.
So this will be going on there too. And when I am completely done with that, I'm going to show you that. We'll probably have a reveal when we give it to the owner. I found a lot of this, and I really don't know what it was for. It's very fine chain, and it all intertwines with each one. It's bent over and then bent into the next one. So it's real dainty, and it's not heavy. So if anyone might know what that would have been used for, let me know.
I'll go close on that so you can see it.
And I'm not even sure what type of metal that is. It's real soft. It could be copper, but I'm not sure. Okay. We found this insulator, which I collect insulators, so that'll wash up nice. And how many of you remember the old Kodak camera flash cubes? This was fun.
Our mom and dad had that with our little Kodak camera.
Yep, and it has GE on it for General Electric. And it would spin around, and you'd get 4 shots, and then you'd pop it out. It'd be hotter than heck, and throw it.
That brought back a lot of memories.
Found a real nice plastic button. These are probably from the 50s or 60s. This aqua color, so I like that. We found 2 of these, but this was in the best condition. These went on the ends of bicycles. They were the little grippers.
Yeah.
These we keep finding, and we have no idea what the heck they're for. So we thought maybe someone might recognize them. Don't know if it was fencing or what it was. But
Maybe it was some design, something you hang up on a wall, or
I don't know. And of course we have our shards. This I thought was really pretty. Look at that.
Wow.
And then this really pretty, this could have maybe been that Fiesta ware back in the day or whatever.
I don't know.
But it has a different...
We did find more of that earlier.
Yeah.
That is really
this
pretty.
real pretty milk glass, you know, with the...
Must have been some kind of a bowl, it looks like.
Yeah, that was cool. And I actually have a bowl like this. This is McCoy pottery. And we only found this piece, and I have all 3 mixing bowls for this. So that was kind of fun. These we think may have, they look like they were like from another country or something.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe Mexico or
some kind of clay
some
pots.
other country. It's very unusual.
Yep.
Very thick.
Yep.
So
this is going to be our what is it? Because we know what it is. But we're going to ask you what you think this is, and then we're going to show you. Sister knew what it was right away because she found them. So it has this really neat little gold gild around it with a cameo on the front. All right, I'm going to turn it over. What does that look like?
wow, I have no idea what that could be.
Well, let's open it. These were birth control pills.
Pill box, yes.
And this one actually was a RX. And it's got a manufacturer's name on it. I have never seen anything like that.
Isn't it interesting how they try to camouflage it to make it look like maybe like a little makeup thing?
Dainty.
You see it in your purse.
Yeah.
So you're not shamed back then for being on birth control.
I know.
You know those Catholics.
All right. So, Sister found this also.
That was awesome.
This is Girl Scout.
Look at that.
Huh? And we think it was for scissors because of the way it's shaped. Look at the color on that.
And I think the scissors that were in there were the kind that for hair cutting possibly.
Could be. And the snap still works.
And that was underneath a big thick thing of plastic, and that's why it is so well preserved.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to find out how old that is.
Okay. We'll keep going on my... Got this really cool plastic ruler. There wasn't any writing on it, like if it was from a farm implant or something.
Yeah, a company.
I have no idea what this is. We found a couple of them.
It looks like it's a lock plate. If you look at it, it's a lock plate to an old door.
Yeah.
And we had one like that on the back of our porch door. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
This is interesting. right here it says insert key. So we think this is a part of this mechanism, although they were in different areas.
I don't think so, Pat.
Well,
And I'll tell you why, because that mechanism is like iron. So I don't think so.
this is aluminum.
No, I know, but that is iron.
Yeah.
So I kind of doubt it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what people say.
All right.
This I am going to ask for Rock Cousteau's assistance, as he is involved in Indian artifacts. And we have 5 known encampments that were in our community years ago. And I think this is a nutter stone. And I am big on rocks. We find a lot of rocks, and I look for them all the time. And you can see how your thumb would have fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I think it is. And anyone else out there that is into native artifacts, if you know, please leave us a comment. I'd love to find out.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice, perfect circle in there. And of course, we are on the back of what once was a lake.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my great find.
Mm-hmm.
And we also found this. And this used to be the phone number you called.
Years ago.
Yep, Midway 48800. And on the back there was magnets. So we're thinking maybe this stuck on a refrigerator or something, and pens, or maybe somebody's tools, maybe screwdrivers
Don't know.
were put inside of it. But this is from our area, so we're going to look that up and see if these people are still in business.
And we also do want to find out that number, because you know how everything was turned over to area code.
Right.
That was back in the day when you actually had a telephone operator
Right.
that would transfer you to the phone. So we're pretty excited about that one.
Yeah.
And other thing is it's bakelite.
Yeah.
So,
So that's really cool.
right.
This obviously was one of the stoves in the cabin. And this is another thing that I'm going to be putting on to the birdhouse that I'm making for the current owner. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pam found this. This is so cool. This is all made out of brass. And you probably can't see it because it's a little dark now. It's getting dark out. But this is a gauge. This was a float. And it was for we think for...
Well, we looked it up, and it said it was for a kerosene oil
heater.
something.
Yeah, some kind of a heater.
And then it would show when the oil, I don't know if you can see it, if the oil was on half or 3/4.
Yep. And when you needed to fill it.
Right.
And it's still got the little gear.
And
Cool,
the plate
that
is
makes it
it's all
turn. See
brass.
that?
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
it is really
And of course that turns the dial, which
neat.
is still working, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that is neat. That is a cool find. Pam found this. Has a like it went on your belt. All right. I never seen anything like it. You open it up and it's a little care kit. There's a little
comb in there.
comb in here, and I don't know why it was like that. I just find that very odd that you would put something like that on your belt.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that was weird. Of course, you remember these? They went around the outside of the phone, the rotary
I
phones.
remember we had one of those.
Our grandma had one. Of course, it had bigger numbers because she was having trouble seeing as she got older. So we put it fit over the top of the phone so she'd be able to see the numbers. And a couple weird little things. Dental cream tube. And we always think these are fun. This was a little... for families that still get too many. This was like insect repellent.
Right.
That was cool. And we found this propeller, which we think went to the bottom of that shaft that you found.
Right. Yep, the lower unit that we
Yeah.
found a week or two ago.
So Pam's husband is getting that.
Yep.
This and I remember these. This is to an old screen door. This is the knob. It says Sterling on it. And it's
Perfect for
square on the end,
repurposing.
you know, so it open the door. And who knows, sis? Maybe that went with it.
I don't know.
That's cool. All right.
That is neat.
Yeah. This was really cool. Of course, everything back in the 60s and 70s were vinyl. So this was the cover. It was found like this. And when Pam opened it, it had, obviously this is,
Yeah, like a little
keys-
key rack. Like
keys
there were
hung in
two
here.
of them maybe.
okay. And on this side, it says gas. All right. Now, I'm going to have her zoom in on this, and then I'm going to read it. Got it? Okay.
Okay.
This says, postage guaranteed for depositing and for deposit any mailbox, disabled veterans of America, and it's Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cool.
So, the current owner, we showed this to him. He said that the previous owner was in the Korean War. So, and he was a vet, so he doesn't know if this belonged to him at some point or not. And we don't know if this was for the resort or why it was in a case like this. So very interesting to find
But
something
then
like
he
that.
also pointed out that back in the day, when the old cars had gas lock covers, that they would use a case like that to unlock the gas cap.
Yeah.
So he thought maybe that's what that may have been for, because it's got gas embossed on the key.
Yeah, so real interesting talking to people that, you know, finding out a little bit more of things.
Right.
Egg beater, or, yeah, look at that thing.
That they don't make them like that anymore.
No, I don't mean, can't even tell you the last time I took mine out of the box and used it.
Yeah, I know.
Another door handle. So that's kind of cool. This one's a little heavier. And we found, you know what, if we could put a new handle on this, you know, we could use it for digging. Look
Yeah.
at that baby. It's got like wire wrapped around this. And obviously it came off of the wooden
Handle, yeah.
handle, but that thing's sharp.
It sure is.
This thing's really weird. So this is going to be our what is it in this video.
Yeah, if anybody can tell us, because
This is all
it's
Bakelite.
cool. Yeah.
And it's
And we know Bakelite. What was Bakelite? The 40s?
50s.
40s, 50s?
50s.
Okay.
So it's really thick, can't bend it, and then it had this rod coming out. So obviously it went into something.
Maybe a knob, or
I
It's
have
just
no
weird.
idea what even you would do with that. You know,
that is pretty cool.
it looks like a little umbrella.
It does, doesn't it?
So that there.
All right. What else we got? We did find
Well,
a few
our-
more tools,
Our
right?
goal has been trying to find axe heads.
Yeah, for Kirk,
For-
but we haven't found any.
Yep, for
well,
Kirk
I have
at-
2 more Kirk, by the way. I have 2 of them for you. I just haven't had time to mail them, but I will, I promise.
Kirk
So-
is with Secret Prospecting, and we follow his channel, and he looks for the shiny gold in the rivers.
Yeah, he does a lot of panning. He's
And,
an awesome guy.
Awesome. So we'll give him a shout out. Stop over and see Secret
Prospecting.
Prospecting.
Yeah, he's out of Oregon, I
No,
believe.
he's up in
or Washington?
Washington,
Washington.
somewhere up there.
Okay,
So
the state.
we found a hammerhead. That's in pretty good shape.
I
Usually
know.
they're pretty roached.
I know. It's in really good shape, and it's super heavy, too.
Yeah. And I suppose this could be our second what the heck is it?
Yeah, it sure could.
All right. This has a screen. It looks like it's a shower head, okay? And it's screwed into something.
What are the markings there that I saw on that side, right on the front? What is
It
that?
just has 3 lines. And then they're all have screw
Yeah, I see that. Like
put
it's-
around
yeah.
to hold it. So, what is it?
Is it a shower head?
It would be
We don't know.
pretty primitive if it was a shower head.
I know.
All right.
It is cool though.
And you hoe.
What did you call me?
Hoe.
Look at how old this is, you guys.
Now, this is either wore down to the nub or
Yeah, they beat it.
I have never seen one that was that wide and that narrow.
Right, so it is kind of unique.
But it still
isn't
has an edge on it. So,
Oh, it does, doesn't
heck
it?
yeah.
Wow.
This was cool.
Hey, we could put a new wooden handle on that baby.
I know. Use it for our digging.
Yeah, that is really weird to have one that wide.
Yeah. These are always fun, nice and easy. Dye your hair when you're up at the lake so nobody
Nice.
knows when you go back to work.
Yeah.
That was fun. This goes, we think, into maybe this or another motor.
Yeah.
Don't know.
It goes into the lower unit of the motorboat.
So we got that out. Sister, she wanted this. She's going to repurpose this little hook.
I'm going to use that as a bird hanger from one of my trees.
Yep. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's start here and then go back that way.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So dirty. Okay.
All right. Measuring cup. I love to collect these Comet lids because I use these on my projects. That one's got the holes. These are fun. We found, who remembers these? An insulated cup.
That is in really good shape.
Yeah, it's leaking though because there's
I know,
water in
there's
the
water
bottom.
in it. I see that.
Some food jars. Nothing serious. We got these. Wanted to show you this. This is the big Coca-Cola bottles.
Nice.
We got that. This was RC Cola.
Mm-hmm.
Another one there.
Big bottle.
Yeah. Another food type jar with something that was in it. Okay. These two here are, look at that lid. Wesson oil.
Nice.
Yeah. So these were, look at the goop in there.
I know.
Two of those. This was some kind of grape wine bottle. Had written around the top there.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cool. I found this plastic cup. So that was different.
Mm-hmm.
At first, when we found this, we thought it was another baby jar because we found like 40 of them. And actually on the bottom it says Chesapeake, which is in New York, and it says Ponds Incorporated. So this is a real nice embossed bottle, and I collect the Chesapeake Vaselines, and so this will be going in with my collection. Another little jar. We think maybe there's, I don't know, spices or something in it. This isn't that old, but the patina on it's really, or not the patina, the
design
of it.
Yeah.
So sister wants that one.
It's probably a soy sauce of some kind, I would think.
Yep, this, not sure. Could have been a syrup bottle, but it's got this little fancy around the top of the neck. Obviously there were labels on it. Hey, diced pimentos. That little jar. I found this lid. A lot of them are all rusted and you can't even read it. This is Flavor House. So,
I wonder what that was.
no idea what that is. We found another bottle of cologne. So it's our second one like this with a Bakelite top.
Mm-hmm.
These little jars Pam found, and there's something white in them. Here's the lid.
We think there is some medicine.
No idea
some
what
kind.
these are.
They're like little pill jars. And the reason I
white
think
in them.
that is because we found them by some medication bottles.
Yeah.
That had an old label on them.
Yeah.
So those are neat.
And then I continue to look for, even if they're broken, for my stepping stones projects that I mentioned before. This is log cabin syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we'll be doing is putting these, and we'll be showing that at some point, in concrete, and then making stepping stones out of the bottoms of the broken shards that we find.
Nice.
Yeah. This is kind of cool. This little rectangular,
Yeah, we found
amber.
one other one, but it was split in half.
I don't know what that was for. And this little guy. I like the straps on the side, the lines. That's kind of cool. This is a soda pop bottle. Okay.
All right, we're
And
almost
then-
getting to the end here, sis.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
This I was surprised to see. This has measurements here. 1 cup, 2/3 and 1/3. But on the bottom, it has ball. And
Look at that.
ugh.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
We still have not found mason jars on this property.
Mm-hmm. We're hoping.
This was fun. No, Pam thought you put an egg in it.
I thought it was an egg cup until we saw the screw kind of design on the top of the milk glass.
Pam did look this up today, and it is Avon product.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a label down there in the bottom, and it was cream, hand cream,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a big plastic cover
Mm-hmm.
with, I'm sure, a design on it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was completely emptied out. But I thought that was cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
2 more tiles that we're going to give the current owner who does the artwork with them. And this was kind of fun. Anyone remember these old Tupperware cups? Here, let me turn it over. Yeah. So, and in our last video, we found these 2 stir sticks. And somebody made a comment and said that this was from Western Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have these on the planes. So thank you for that. We really appreciate your feedback.
Mm-hmm.
This is, we believe, a German beer. I'm not going to touch it because it's crusty. We found 3 of them. This was in the best condition. We've never seen that before and don't know where it would have come from.
And it has the old pull tab top on it too.
That I will lift up. I'm not going to touch them though.
Yeah,
It's kind
of
of roached.
roached, but it was there.
Yep. Pam's
And-
weird find was this. We believe it is a hubcap.
Yeah, it's chrome.
And we think this is an S, an A, and an M, but it's kind of hard to make out, and we have no idea what kind of vehicle that would be for.
or how old, and we were wondering if people can help us with that. Do you want to pick that up, Pat, so we can just see the bottom?
I knew you'd
Oh, you
make
got
me
your
touch
glove.
it.
Well, just grab the side. It's very heavy. Obviously it's chrome.
Just hold it for a minute so someone might be able to see the text on it.
Okay, hold on. I'll try to get closer again.
Yeah,
If
weird.
anybody can help us with that, that would be really cool.
It's the back end of it. Okay.
All right.
This was wild. Obviously, this went to the old horse barn that was here. It's a big honking light, and it's probably that big one I found that went inside of there.
It could be.
And
It
we
is
got all
really
the
heavy.
wire with it too.
Yeah.
And of course, it wouldn't be a video if we didn't find a barn hinge,
Mm-hmm.
barn door hinge.
Mm-hmm.
And then sis, if you just want to
Yeah.
focus on those.
Some
Found-
kind of what? Carburetors,
dug
right?
up- Yeah, I think they're carburetors. This is a little one.
That one is to some kind of a small engine. It could be to a boat motor.
Yeah, I think the gas line maybe
Yeah.
went in there.
But the other two
I got no
obviously
idea.
are from some kind of a vehicle
We're
or
not
something.
gear guys, so
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
But again, this stuff sits in the dirt 60, 70 years, and you have no idea.
That's right.
The preservation of it.
All right, let me try to get up here.
Come on, sis, you can do it. Oh. Well, we're going to wrap this up. It's going to be dark soon.
Oh,
And thanks again for following us.
yeah.
I know you're probably wondering why we keep doing our videos at this location. Last year we were everywhere. We were at parks. We were in the lake. It just hasn't been that kind of a year with the weather that we've had. And so we found this spot. It's a open permission. It's back in the woods and it's fun. and it's convenient for Sister and I with our schedules to try to get together. And we're finding some fun stuff.
And some neat stuff that brings you back to memories.
And that's what
which
it
cool.
is. You know, we're in 60s, 70s right now. We're hoping, we know that this is a lot older, but you know, we have tons of property to be able to look at. And so we're having fun, and really that's what it's about. We really appreciate you coming along with us, and another new subscriber also, so thank you. So everyone, thank you so much. We're going to put all of our still pictures on Facebook. Have a great start of your week, because it is Sunday, so we're winding down here. So thank you everyone so much. You take care.
Right, and also if we're not able to get together for another video, have a wonderful Labor Day weekend
That's
as well.
right.
I'm hoping at the cabin I'll be able to do a video on some metal detecting in the beaches. So stay tuned. We hope to get another one up for you.
Heck yeah. Thanks everyone. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.